up, guys? My name is Jordan. Welcome back to my page, Fighting for My Voice, My Life with Verbal Apraxia, where I speak about my own personal lived experiences about living with childhood apraxia of speech. I am so excited to talk to you guys. I haven't been on YouTube in a hot moment, so I have a lot of questions on my page. So I wanted to do a video series of a Q&A where I answer some of the questions on my page because I didn't see some of these comments, so I feel really bad. I've been really busy over the past few years. I founded a 501c3 nonprofit organization called the Apraxia Foundation, where we help individuals from low socioeconomic status afford research evidence-based services and AAC devices. I'm launching a camp this summer, June 23rd through June 27th, called Camp Building Empowered Expression, Camp B, a 5-day intensive speech camp for children with childhood apraxia of speech. I wrote in 3 books in my book series, Jordan's World, went on a book tour, wrote a 4th book in a new series called Jordan's Journeys. All of these books are about my own personal life experiences growing up with childhood apraxia of speech, because when I was a child, I never saw myself in media, and I always really searched for myself in media. And I really wanted kids to have a character they could look at in a book and say, he's just like me. And that's what the book series has served that purpose of. I've just so many things that, I really want to film again. So I'm here. Let's get into the Q&A. But if you do not follow me on my social media, that was my apraxia, go to the description below and be sure that you follow me, because I would love to keep up with you. Okay, let's see. Marie asks, do you remember at what age you began speech therapy? Also, how many words were you able to say at the age of 3, 4, or 5? So at the age of 3, 4, and 5, I actually was not able to speak yet. So I would be at that age, I would be described as what's non-speaking. Even when I wanted to talk, I couldn't talk. I would try to move my tongue, lips, and jaw. Nothing would come out. I first began going to speech though when I was 5, and I began talking at the age of 5, but when I say talking, I don't mean like that people could understand me. People couldn't make out what I was saying. I would say when words started to become more recognizable was when maybe I was around 8. I really communicated through gestures that I made up before. So I hope that helped. Oh, it is this next comment is that, did you stop making videos? So I make videos on multiple social medias. I have Facebook, I have Instagram, I had TikTok. Something happened with TikTok here in the USA, but I do film on all of those different social media platforms. I haven't posted on YouTube in a little while, but I'm happy to be posting again. I've really missed you guys. One person said, thank you for this video, Jordan. I've read about apraxia in books, but it is way more helpful to hear from someone like you that has grown up with it. Oh, thank you. That's really kind of you. Is it easier for you to write back and forth with somebody? Absolutely. And this is what my friend Laura says a lot to people. She's like, if you talk to Jordan, like in like everyday life, like if I'm going back and forth with a person, it's not like how I'm talking right now. There will be a lot more pauses, but if I text, and I have a very witty and dry sense of humor. So I think it's funny because when I text, most people wouldn't know that those are things that would come out of my mouth. But yeah, they are. So it's a lot easier. Texting is a lot easier for me. I personally prefer it, but I love talking though. But even now, you know, even though my speech may come across like I get compliments on it as a person with childhood apraxia, it's very kind. But I have to put in so much brain energy and concentration into talking that when I write, I don't have to do that. And honestly, that is really nice. I can't lie. Another person said, I'm buying your books for my son. Thank you so much. That absolutely means the world to me. And they asked, he can barely write or read without help. when were you able to write and read? So I actually wrote my third book about this, The Boy Who Spoke Even When His Voice Shook. I really had to have a multisensory instruction, such as Orton Gillingham. And now I'm actually trained in Orton Gillingham. That's also something else I've done within the last few years. I've been trained in Orton Gillingham, and I'm an Orton Gillingham certified tutor. And I really had to have an SLP work on the words that I was trying to read, because if I couldn't pronounce the words, I could not read them. Now with writing, I actually recently found out that I also have dysgraphia. Dysgraphia is a neurological disorder that affects handwriting. Research has recently pointed out comorbidities are rather the rule than the exception when it comes to childhood apraxia of speech. I would highly recommend look into your son's full disability profile. It's very, very, very rare for childhood apraxia of speech to occur by itself. I'm also an IEP advocate as well. I wear a lot of hats. I don't know how my head is still glued on here. I commonly work with students who have childhood apraxia of speech. I cannot tell you how many times the parents will tell me, my child only has childhood apraxia, but I read the evaluations and there's red flags that the child needs more help in other areas. We get that testing done for their evaluations and it comes back. And the reason why I do this as an IEP advocate is because I'm not focused on a label. I'm focused on your child. I'm focused on your child as a full individual. Because as a person who grew up in the public school system, and also as a person with childhood apraxia of speech who didn't find out that I have ADHD, dysgraphia, dyspraxia, sensory processing, my little cocktail of disabilities, if you will. I didn't find out about all of these things until I was an adult. But now I'm able to give myself the support, and not to toot my own horn, but I feel like I've really blossomed as a person when I've met all of my needs as a person. So just a little tip that I would give to you. But if the reading and writing is only affected by childhood apraxia of speech, I would absolutely recommend a program such as Orton Gillingham. It's an absolute fantastic program. And then I would also encourage for an SLP to work on the oral reading. So bringing in the reading words, reading material, and practicing those motor plans, because if those are motor plans that your child has never been exposed to prior, they are going to be difficult. People with apraxia fight for every single word that they say. This is not light work. And please tell your son I said that I'm so proud of him and to keep up his good work. So for my last question is, how did I overcome inconsistency? I did not. So videos are a short moment in time where I am able to put in a lot of brain energy and concentration into my speech, because I am trying to deliver content to you. I'm just going to be 100% real. I overwork for how I'm talking right now. This is actually very difficult for me. Once I get done with this video, my brain's going to feel a little bit sore. In my everyday life, I do really struggle with the inconsistencies. If I would have to say, the goal is not to overcome them. And I would even dare to say the goal is not to overcome apraxia. Apraxia is a lifelong disorder that I will live with for the rest of my life. The goal is to accept that and to work with it every single day. I used to try to work against my apraxia, and that was the worst mistake I had made, because it's a part of me, it's a part of who I am. I radically accept it. So because I accept it, I take action every day on what do I need to do for myself in order to meet my needs and meet my communication needs. And that's what has brought me to where I'm at today. So by accepting myself, loving the person who I am, and then I got into the point of self-advocacy checking in with myself and asking myself, what do I need? I really hoped that you guys liked this video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you have any more questions for part 2, please feel free to leave a comment down below. If you would like to check out my other social media pages, you absolutely can below. I'm going to also link the Apraxia Foundation as well, and Camp B that is happening June 23rd through June 27th of this month. I will tag all of my books if you would like to check out the books as well, and I will also link some fun merch as well. I wear a lot of hats, but it's because I am very passionate about the cause of childhood apraxia of speech, and I don't want anybody to feel alone as I did within my journey. I will talk to you guys soon, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.